All right, welcome to Cellar Rat TV with your host, the Cellar Rat Addison Rex. Got a great show for you today. We're going to the San Francisco wine competition at Fort Mason. This right here, I'm sitting with Ryan Rugg, our regional sales manager. Is that your title?
Regional sales manager. That's what they've given me, at least.
We're all official here at Deerfield. Well, it was really fun. Actually, there was like 2,000 people there.
Oh, hundreds of wineries, thousands of people.
It was a madhouse. It was a madhouse. There was a lot of drunk people towards the end, but there was also a lot of people that really appreciated all of the wine being offered. Yeah, I mean, this is what we're seeing here is before setup. I mean, this whole building fills with people, but it's kind of fun usually when you attend these things because beforehand you get to walk around and talk to people who work for all the other wineries and international competition. Well, it's not international.
Nah, local, California. Has a few. I tell you what, there was actually a few Washington labels there, and I think I saw a couple of Oregon as well.
Okay.
But yeah, mainly California, and me being from Texas, I always hear about this competition back home. But now I actually had the chance to be a part of it, and Addison was my co-pilot. He was grabbing the attention of all the guests there, and I was pouring them wine and explaining it to them. And I think we had a nice little dynamic duo going on.
Oh yeah, we're tag teaming it for sure. Yeah, okay, we got some wine here. What do we got today? Let me see. We got 05 Cab Sauvignon. It's from Sonoma County Vineyard.
What we've started to do, actually, started to interrupt Addison, but Robert has really tried to kind of focus our fruit sourcing to Sonoma County. In years past, if you've been familiar with the Red Rex and Shiraz cuvées, Merlot cuvées, you'll see North Coast as the appellation, which includes Napa County, Mendocino County, Sonoma County, and Lake County. Now we're primarily sourcing most of our fruit from Sonoma County, and we really want to give the recognition to the county. Napa's got its own thing going on as far as putting Napa Valley on the label. We've done the conjunctive labeling and started to promote Sonoma County on all of our labels.
It's about time. Sonoma needs to get its name out there because it produces some stellar wine. I mean, there's few places in the world where the land is better suited towards growing grapes.
Oh, and then something I learned recently, actually, that Sonoma County actually has 119 official distinct soil types.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
119.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, they talk a lot about Sonoma being this, region of little microclimates. You head over one hill and the soil's totally different, and the temperatures, especially the pockets of temperatures, like we've got all these little valleys, so it'll be really cool on this side of the hill, and the morning sun will just heat up the other vineyard to like several more degrees even. So all right, what do we got here? There's people still coming in, setting up, starting to filter into this place. There is some media coverage there. I mean, it is the Chronicle's competition, so there are some people covering the event besides us, of course. Cellar Rat TV, bring it to you live from the trenches, from the perspective of industry insider. Isn't that right? So actually, we had some confusion, with this 05 cab. We thought we were bring some of this to pour, but we actually brought the reserve, which was pouring pretty stellar, I'd say.
Oh my goodness! It's so funny how much folks ask for Cabernet when they come up to the table. Our winemaking style, if you guys are familiar with us, is all about blends. This wine is labeled Cabernet Sauvignon from Sonoma County, but it's actually 75% Cabernet, which is the legal designate to put Cabernet on the bottle. Robert really likes to blend in the other traditional Bordeaux style varietals such as Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, and Malbec. All of these varietals add different textures and structure as far as the palate goes. They also offer different fruit qualities, and some add a little spice. So, and what you get in return is not such a linear wine with up front ripe, red and black fruit characteristics going on with huge tannins. You've got something with a nice mouthfeel, supple, it's round, it's got some pepper spice going on in the back palate, but also fruit forward on the nose. And that's really a key thing with California wines. You got to realize if you drink wines from all over the world, California wines are so different because of the aspect of the soil, and also the temperatures and sunlight.
Yeah, I'm saying you described this wine perfectly, because that's exactly what this is. I mean, this is the same style as far as Cab goes. I mean, this actually has some Merlot in it, some Malbec, some Petit Verdot, so some Bordeaux varietals, and it's not quite enough to make it a true blend, but it like Ryan was saying, it really rounds out the wine. You can see in the video, people start filtering in. It really was a madhouse. There's just so many people and so many wineries, and it's just like, when you go to these events, as a spectator, I would say, or a wine enthusiast, it's so hard because you're walking past all these booths with all these great wines. It's like, which one do you stop and choose? So part of our job is to grab people and say, hey, you haven't tried Deerfield today. If you don't know Deerfield, you're going to be coming back here later. Actually, that was the thing, was towards the end of the event, people started coming back to us.
Yeah, that always makes you feel good. When out of hundreds of wineries, big, small, huge, big names, small names, no names, you've got people that actually come back at the end of the afternoon and say, you were the best winery that we tasted. We want to taste some more. Out of all the choices they had all day long, it's wonderful. It's gratifying, and it shows us that reception on the outside, as far as the consumer, means that we make really good wines, and that's why I'm proud to be here.
And they stand out too. There's so many wines that that can be really high quality. They're good. They're not necessarily great, but they just blend in with all of the rest. It's like we've got some really elegant wines that are just beautifully crafted, and it's the elegance that stands out, not so much the boldness, of just a high alcohol wine. Although that Zinfandel.
No, 17.2% alcohol for our new release gin. It's a big boy.
Yeah.
But the key to that is, when I always tell folks, I'm like, hey, our Zinfandel is 17.2% alcohol, and they say, oh my God, it must smell like a port. Well, actually, the way Robert, the way that we process the fruit, and Robert's ideal of winemaking is about balance and complexity, and to achieve high alcohol levels like that, and have the outcome of a wine that doesn't burn you on the nose, that doesn't burn going down.
It's not hot.
You
wouldn't say
not
it's
at
hot.
all.
Yeah.
It just adds to the viscosity and basically the overall mouthfeel, which is caused by the glycerol. So I don't know. It's fun dealing with the high alcohol wines. It's scary to some. Some really, really enjoy it. The people that we ran into, actually, this clip in the video is us standing outside after the event, and it was very interesting that gravity had kind of gotten a little bit heavier for folks.
There's
as
this
the
mass
day went
mass exodus of people, a little overwhelmed by the event. Hey, well, Ryan, thanks for coming on. It was great.
No problem.
Hopefully we'll be able to do events like this in the future together. And again, we'll bring into you behind the scenes. All right. Salud. We'll see you next time on Cellar Rat TV.